Hello, how are we, everybody? Hope you're all doing well out there. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I just couldn't go live until Sarah P told me I was allowed to go live. As you know, she gives me permission to go live. I'm not allowed to go live without her permission. But we're here now. Happy days. We can see that. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all ready for the weekend, or ish ready for the weekend. I am. I went shopping today. Oh, oh. So I'm a little bit tired. I was up early this morning. All right, let's see what chat brings me. Who's in chat today? Let's have a look here. Do you know who I haven't seen for ages? Is Kelly Eggleston. If you're watching, Kelly, I hope you're well, my darling. I've not seen you in ages. Right, I can't see the chat. Sarah P, can you just make sure that I can see the chat, please? She does all my permissions now. So if I forget to unmute myself in the future, that is Sarah P's responsibility now. So hopefully we won't have any issues. Right, let's have a look here now. Patricia White, hello, my darling. How are you? Such a crazy case. Essex County is worse than Norfolk. It's insane. Do you know what? I know zero about this case, if I'm being honest with you. It's a shame that all these courts deem it appropriate to not stream live anymore. They feel like it's fine just to release some videos and stuff. I think they're going to be doing more and more of that now. And I think that is atrocious because you don't get the full context of trials if you don't see the flow of it all. But it seems like not just Massachusetts, Florida is doing that right now, just placing out videos instead of us watching live streams. But the problem with that is you can manipulate stuff. You can manipulate videos, and also you can decide not to put certain videos out. And I don't like that at all. But anyway, hope you're doing well, Patricia. Just Jugs in the chat. How are you? How are you doing, Marilyn? Hope you're doing well, Jen. Bad Dazza, good afternoon to you, sir. Hope you're well as well. Sarah P, thank you, darling. Nice to see you. Um, who else we got here? I think I got everybody. Have I got everybody? I got everybody that's important anyway. Oh, Lady Di. Lady Di, I did not email you back. I did get your message last night. I've not looked, I did open it, but then I closed it. I've not seen it properly, but I hope you're doing well. Thank you for sending me that video. Um, so Patricia says, thank you so much for covering this. We need to get Court TV to show the whole thing. They have a camera in there, but aren't playing it live. So they're not. They have got a camera in there. Well, or somebody has a camera in there anyway. The judge won't let them play it live. It's not Court TV. It's the judge. The judge, as I said at the start, there's so many judges now not allowing live coverage, but instead just videos. So I have 3 videos today. So, but there's been a lot more than that testifying, So it's atrocious that we don't get to see the whole thing. But also, just for people to know that it is on Core TV. If you go on YouTube and Core TV, there will be videos there maybe over the weekend they might post if you want to catch up. I will more than likely show it next week after I build up some more stuff. Right, let's have a look. Jugs is ready for assignment. I agree, they need to show it all for transparency. I agree. Lady Dad says, "Shut the fuck up." Yeah, we've just covered the Miami Rashad Jones, and the judge did the exact same there. Would not that the Law and Crime had the producers in there. They had the camera in there, but the judge refused for them to show it live. They could only show it on in videos, so we didn't see half the testimony. So it's a disgrace. So today I've only got 3 videos. So it's not going to be a long stream today either. It's only going to be a short stream. Right, hang on. Let me just get something for you all. Before we start this, I know that some of you want an update. I'm sure Sean. I'll just see if it's on YouTube. Saves me speaking. So Rashad Jones. Because I did post that he had a new trial date, I believe. I just want to see if one of the places had another update. Because his bond has been reduced, but literally his attorney said, well, you still can't afford that. Right, let's do this then. Right. So let's play this.
We now know when a...
This is only a 2-minute video, so here we go. Let's play this first.
Accused murderer Rashad Jones will face trial in the death of former football star Brian Pata for the second time. The decision comes just days after a judge declared a mistrial. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor is your reporter in Miami with those details.
We will set it for May 18th.
Defendant Rashad Jones was in the courtroom wearing an orange uniform when Miami-Dade Judge Cristina Miranda set a date for his next trial.
I'd rather give Mr. Jones a sooner trial date than have him sit and wait.
In August, it will be 5 years Jones has been in jail. He was arrested after this interview with lead Miami-Dade detective Juan Segovia in Ocala. He is accused of second-degree murder for the killing of his University of Miami teammate Brian Pata in November 2006.
Following the trial that we just resumed on Monday, the jury was unable to reach a conclusion, a unanimous verdict of guilty.
Judge Miranda ruled a mistrial on Monday after jurors said they were deadlocked. Based on that, the defense asked the judge to reduce Jones' bond from $850,000 to $50,000. The state did not agree.
I do not believe that a hung jury is a change in circumstances. Your Honor,
well, the hung jury, based on the fact that 5 of them said not guilty and only 1 said guilty,
has presided over this case, heard all of the evidence.
$50,000 on a homicide is basically unheard of.
Rashad Jones testified on Wednesday.
Do you have any savings that you could use to contribute to an $85,000 bond or anything close to that?
No, I don't.
Do you have any assets that you could sell in order to raise money, in order to come up with that kind of money? And let me rephrase, $850,000 bond, $85,000.
No.
Judge Miranda asked Jones if he considered a plea.
Have you discussed with your lawyers whether or not there's any kind of a counter offer that you'd like to make, or offer that you want to make the state to resolve this matter today?
No.
The judge made a decision.
After hearing the arguments that have been made and taking into consideration the 5 years that he's been in custody, I will reduce his bond to $500,000 and set the case for the date that we chose, the 18th of May.
And according to the new bond set, the family of Rashad Jones would now have to come up with 10% of the amount set, which is $50,000. If that happens, then the defendant could wait for the trial at home. We're live at the Metro Justice Building in Miami. Yvonne Taylor, CBS News, Miami.
So I believe there's a GoFundMe for him to try and raise the $50,000. But let's be honest, I don't think that he's going. But anyway, it's, yeah. Hello, Josie. How are you, my darling? So now it's been reduced, so he would have to fine $50,000. So right, Patricia says, I must say it's always nice to hear your voice the morning, like the old days with the Karen Reid case. That grandson I used to watch. You would turn 2 years old last month. There you go. Well, happy birthday to him. Hope he had a great birthday. And yeah, it's been a long time, Patricia. Absolutely, I can attest to that. It's been a long time. Right. We'll go into this case. We'll keep an eye out for that one, the Rashad Jones one, again. But let's be honest, she's not going to let them live stream it. And I can tell you now, if he's found guilty next time, I'm going to hit the roof, because that would mean that the state have just, I don't know. Anyway, let's not discuss it. This is another case. Apparently this is a wild one, and this is with Hank Brennan as well. So yeah, here we go. Right, here we go. So this is a case from Massachusetts. Hank Brennan is the defense attorney, but I don't know anything about the case. So, well, I mean, I do. The defendant is accused of stabbing her husband, but he's still alive and he doesn't want to press charges and stuff like that. So anyway, we'll watch the opening statements right now. It's about 20 minutes long.
Why didn't I just walk away? That's what this defendant said to the police the night that she stabbed her husband, Lucy Medina, without justification, causing him serious bodily injury. She stabbed him with a knife that she decided to grab from the kitchen. She then went outside, stabbed him in the neck, rather than just walking away. In July of 2020, Lucy and Luis Medina had been together for about 20 years. They got married in 2001. They were living together in Lawrence. They both had children from previous marriages. They were together for a long time. And in July of 2020, I think we all remember, during the height of COVID, being cooped up in our houses, having nothing to do, and trying to find things to do in July of 2020 during the height of the pandemic. And one thing that Luis and Lucy did on July 17th, 2020 is drink alcohol. They were outside, out on their patio. It's a Friday night. They're sitting on their patio behind their apartment, hanging out, something that they regularly did. They're drinking beers, tequila shots, and an argument starts. An argument starts, you'll hear from an interview with the defendant about their children. An argument that started between two people that had known each other, been together for over 20 years, fueled by alcohol, as well as the family issues that was the source of their argument. You're going to hear, as I said, that Ms. Medina was drinking beers, that night before she stabbed Mr. Medina, she had more than 5 beers, along with tequila shots. And you may very well hear that Luis was physical with the defendant on this occasion, that he hit her. You very well may hear evidence of that. And of course, the defendant is allowed to take reasonable measures to defend herself if she's being attacked. Nobody's questioning that. But what I ask you to keep in mind throughout the course of this trial, what I would suggest is an extremely important thing to remember, is that whenever somebody, like in this case, takes a knife and stabs somebody, they have to have proper justification. And they cannot do what is more than reasonably necessary in the moment. The court, Judge Frazier, at the end of this trial, will give you full instructions on self-defense, and I don't want to substitute for that. But I ask you to keep in mind, when you hear the evidence, when you listen to Ms. Medina's interview, when you see photographs, when you hear about Mr. Medina's injuries, that's what I ask you to consider. Did she take reasonable steps to leave the argument? And did she have justification? I suggest to you that that this evidence during this trial will show that she did not. She made a choice to go in the kitchen, grab a knife, and stab him in the neck. Well, Lewis is still standing outside in the midst of that argument, out on the patio, drinking beers, drinking tequila. This defendant makes a decision. She goes through the back door into her apartment, a basement apartment in the building where they were living, down the stairs into the kitchen. She opens a silverware drawer. She grabs a sharp knife out of that silverware drawer. She goes back outside. She goes back to the argument. She stabs him in the neck. And you're going to hear that she felt terribly about stabbing him. You're going to hear that she called 911, that she was trying to help him, that you're going to hear that she's distraught, extremely upset on those 911 calls. Again, no one is disputing that she was upset about what she did to Mr. Medina. But that does not change the fact that she did not have justification for stabbing him in the neck. You're going to hear from the investigation that took place after the stabbing that first responders, police, crime scene technicians arrived at the scene in order to collect evidence and just find out exactly what happened. There were attempts to talk to neighbors to see if there were any witnesses since it happened outside. There were no witnesses to this other than Mr. and Mrs. Medina. No one saw what happened. No one observed any of the argument. Again, the only people who could tell us exactly what happened is Mr. Medina and, of course, Miss Medina herself, which you will see in the recorded interview that she gave with the police the night of this incident. And as I said, you're going to see pictures of the scene. The amount of blood that was coming from Lewis's neck, the blood trails from the patio, through the door, through the hallway into the kitchen. You're going to see blood on the faucet in the kitchen, blood on the cabinets. And this blood was from this serious injury that Miss Medina inflicted on Mr. Medina without justification by stabbing him in the neck when she could have just walked away by her own admission. They, of course, tried to interview Luis to get his side that night. He was seriously injured. He was in surgery. They were not able to get his story. And you may very well hear during this trial that they were unable to get his story at all. And you may not hear from Luis Medina during this trial. But again, if that's the case, I'd ask you to consider, notwithstanding not hearing his full side of the story, the circumstances, the blood at the scene, the chaotic nature of the scene, the defendant's statements, the fact that there was one knife, one deadly weapon found, or ever even alluded to, that kitchen knife, that sharp knife that was found on the ground on the patio after the defendant stabbed Mr. Medina. You're not going to hear about any other deadly weapons or anything like that. Based on Lewis's injuries, the condition of the scene, the weapon, all of the circumstances, the statements the defendant gives that very night, you're going to see that the evidence shows again that she stabbed him without justification. She did not take reasonable measures to leave the situation by her own admission. And as I've stated, you're going to see her interview. And you're going to see how distraught she is. Nobody's denying that. Nobody's denying that she was upset after she stabbed him. But two things can be true. She can be upset for what she did, and what she did was still wrong. And again, no one's disputing she can take reasonable steps to defend herself, but leaving the argument, going into the kitchen, opening that silverware drawer, grabbing the knife, going back outside, connecting with him and stabbing him was completely without justification. And I'll ask you again, and I ask that you consider throughout the trial as you hear this evidence, why didn't she just walk away? And at the end of this trial, I'll have the opportunity to address you again, and I'll ask for a verdict of guilty on the charges. Thank you.
Mr. Defendant?
He beat her. He beat her up. He beat her down. He beat her into subservience. Not just that night. He beat her constantly. Not just a week before, not a month before, not a year before. He beat her for 28 years. He beat her. And he did it constantly. He did it proudly. And he did it until she couldn't fight back. That night started well before that evening. It was 28 years in the making. It was an investment by her husband of power, control, and dominance. He took from her, he robbed from her, her dignity, her self-respect, her ability to protect herself. That's what this case is about. And she had a right. She had a right that night to say no. Stop. No more. Because she could never speak up or defend herself. It would only get worse. 28 years. This was no different. The punches to the face that night, the battering of her body, it was no different than almost every other weekend in her adult life. You will see injuries and bruises. The next day, this wasn't something that was unique or just that night. This is how she lived. The government is asking you to convict her for defending herself. The thing is, they actually don't know what happened that night. They don't know. They interviewed her, and you're going to get a chance, the benefit of seeing her interaction with the police, partially catatonic through it, how distraught she is, and you'll see the bruises that are starting to form. Why? Why? He beats me. He beats me. And you'll hear her tell the police that she got a knife because he wanted her to stop. You're not going to hear her say that she walked up to him and stabbed him. That's a creation of the government. She had a knife to say no more. And we have no idea, they have no idea. They will have no evidence of proof to say she stabbed him. Did he try to take the knife away from her? Was she on the ground holding it to protect herself? Is that how she had the marks and the cuts and the bruises? They don't know. So they just skip to, she stabbed him. They don't have an expert who's going to come in and talk about the wound and say whether it was from an angle, or she was on the ground, or they were fighting over the knife, or he had grabbed it. But what they do have, that they didn't tell you, is in the medical records when the personnel asked, how did this wound happen? He said, I did it to myself. I did it to myself. So the government is not going to be able to give you any evidence of how this happened. And one thing that really stands out, they're going to make no effort to tell you why it happened. They don't go and speak to co-workers and ask them if those bruises were every month or every weekend for 28 years. They don't get a doctor to evaluate the information or evidence. They don't ask follow-up questions about all the marks and bruises. They just charge her with the crime. And so, although an accused, presumed innocent, has no burden of proof, we don't have to prove anything. They can't prove it, we don't have to prove anything. But we're going to provide evidence to you. Attorney Gina Simonelli Baxter and I are going to take you back through the history of Miss Medina, and she's going to have to suffer through this for the next few days, because she must. And we're going to tell you about what led to her state of mind that night when she needed to defend herself, because you can only understand it if you understand the history. And they are not going to do that for you. They didn't even try. So we have to go back to before Lucy met her husband, Lucy Medina. You'll hear from friends of hers, she was outgoing, charismatic, happy. And then things changed. Before I tell you about her meeting Lucy Medina, her husband, let me tell you a little bit about Lucy Medina before he met Lucy Medina. He was dating another woman, had a child, and guess what? He beat her. It wasn't just Lucy, he beat her. And she escaped. That woman, right before Lucy, escaped. And then enter Lucy. She didn't know. But she was going to soon find out. 5 months into their dating, just 5 months, it began. He took her one night to his mother's house in a back room and shut the door, fueled by alcohol, and he beat her. I don't mean he slapped her. I don't mean that he pushed her. He beat her. Her face covered in bruises, her body the welts, out of nowhere. She had no idea. She wouldn't leave the room for days. Not because she was angry. She was embarrassed. She was humiliated. She wondered what she had done wrong to him. And so she stayed until the wounds began to heal. This would become a routine in her entire adult life. After that 5 months, it continued. They got married. They moved into a home. And he beat her. You're going to hear from witnesses that the government knows about, but they would never will call them. People that work with Lucy Medina, people that knew her over a period of 28 years. And they will tell you, when you hear from them, about the black eyes, and the bruises, and the scratches, in the long periods of time that Lucy didn't come to work. And when she'd come to work, the shawls over her body, the hiding of her face, the makeup. And when she was asked, it was always the same. Lucy, what happened? She fell down the stairs. She fell out of bed. She walked into a cabinet, slipped on the ice. Over the next 20 years, Lucy Medina would fall down a lot. A lot. And if anybody ever tried to speak to Lucy, she would be guarded and protective. Back at home, it wasn't just physical, psychological. Her hands cramped. Every morning, fresh oranges, but freshly squeezed orange juice every day. Every day. And get it right, or do it again. And so, over that period of time, Lucy Medina, psychologically, changed. One moment. She changed. And over those years, she was damaged. You're going to hear from an expert witness, Dr. Zeisel, an absolute expert in psychology, has studied battered woman syndrome, has studied PTSD, has dealt with hundreds of cases, and you're going to have an opportunity to hear from him. And he is going to talk about the psychological effect of the physical and emotional beatings over periods of years. And he had a chance to evaluate not only the facts in this case, he had a chance to listen to the witnesses who will attest to what they saw over that 28 years. He's going to share with you the unfortunate culmination of this damage, PTSD, anxiety disorder, he will talk about what a battered woman is. And a battered woman is Lucy Medina. And he will share with you how this abuse over a long period of time deteriorates someone's psychology. The fear, the panic, it's not if she's going to get beaten again. It's when. How bad. And that night, you can tell from those pictures, she was in the middle of a beating. And they're going to try to tell you, walk away. You don't walk away from those types of injuries. You don't. She couldn't. And so inevitably, you are going to learn, when you consider self-defense, what the frailness and psychology of Lucy Medina was at the time she said, stop. But you'll still never know what actually happened because they don't have a witness. You're not going to hear. You're maybe not going to hear from Lucy Medina. You're not going to hear from her. I'll tell you that right now. But you are going to hear from somebody, a very important witness, and that is Louis Medina's attorney. His name is Attorney Marat Erkan, represents Louis Medina. We're going to call him as a witness because in 2021, Attorney Erkan wrote a letter on behalf of his client, Louis Medina. And that letter was submitted to the government explaining that Louis Medina has a long-time affliction with alcohol, and he admits that he beats Lucy Medina. He admits about this long-standing battering of his wife. So you're not going to hear from him, but you're going to hear from his attorney. It's not Lucy Medina saying this because it was a bad night. This is a lifetime of abuse. And inevitably, at the end of this case, you're going to learn that this was not a night of violence for Lucy Medina. This was a night of survival. And she had a right. And we're going to ask you, at the end of this case, to acquit Lucy Medina. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so they're going for battered wife syndrome then. I mean, it sounds interesting. If Hank is telling the truth and he's got all this, then it's like, what? I mean, they're all the openings I know, but it seems, why is she on trial when he is even saying he did it to himself? I don't really quite understand that. Right, this one, this is trigger warning time. Apparently, you're going to see some blood and stuff on this one, so I don't know how bad this is going to be. So I'm only saying trigger warning just in case, people. And because Sarah P likes to say trigger warning. So, yeah, here we go then. I'll put it up on here. I'm interested to hear more of this, so here we go.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give?
Hang on, let me boost this. Let me boost it for a second. Yeah, he was the prosecutor that tried to convict Karen Reid. It's weird because everyone now loves him because he's doing this. I won't forget what he did in that trial. I think he was an arsehole in that trial. Right, here we go.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in this cause now and hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Please have a seat.
Yeah. So for the record, the parties have agreed and pre-marked 42 exhibits. Exhibit 1 is the thumb drive with the 911 call, and then exhibits 2 through 42 are various photographs. And as I said, members of the jury. You may be shown some of those during the course of this trial portion, but all exhibits will be available when the jury deliberates on the case. Whenever you're ready, Attorney Burke.
Thank you, Ralph. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Could you please state your name and spell your last name?
My name is William Pasqualoni Colantoni, spelled Colantuoni.
Where do you work?
The City of Lawrence Police Department.
How long have you been a police officer?
More than 30 years.
What is your current rank or position within the Lawrence Police Department?
My current rank is I'm a sergeant, and I am assigned to the Early Night Detective Division as a supervisor that runs Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Could you please briefly take us through sort of your trajectory at Lawrence PD and where you started and where you are now?
Sure. I was sworn in as a police officer in November of 1995. I was academy trained in August to December of 1996. That was the Lowell Police Academy put on by the Massachusetts Police Training Council. And I began my career as a patrol officer on the midnight shift from the end of 1996 to March of 2000. From March of 2000 to January of 2024, I was assigned as a detective to the early night shift. From January of 24 until November of last year, I was promoted to sergeant, where I was on the early night and day shifts as a patrol supervisor.
So in total, how long, or when did you first become a detective? I'm sorry, could you?
March of 2000.
Thank you. Turning your attention to July of 2020, could you remind us what was your position in the Lawrence Police Department at that time?
I was a detective, and I worked the 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. shift Monday through Friday.
And it's probably sort of an obvious question, but what sort of things does a detective do?
As a general detective for the Lawrence Police Department, we're tasked with conducting criminal investigations, typically felony crimes.
And I take it you've received training in your years in investigative techniques and collecting evidence and things like that, correct?
I have.
Okay. Specifically, on July 17th of 2020, did you work that day?
I did.
Okay. And at about 8:34 p.m., did Lawrence PD receive a call for an incident on Crest Street?
Yes.
Okay. And at that time, did officers from the Lawrence Police Department respond to that scene on Crest Street?
Yes, they did.
When that call came in, could you tell us what were you doing and sort of how you sort of became involved in that call and the ensuing investigation?
When that call came in, I was actually in the interview room with my radio off because I was interviewing an individual. That interview started at about 8:18 in the evening and followed up at around 8:39 or so. So when I exited the interview room, brought the individual back downstairs, I learned that there was an active scene, and then I was contacted by then Sergeant Duchesne.
So the interview that you were working on, that was something completely separate, correct?
Unrelated to this investigation, yes.
And when you were sort of done with that responsibility, that's when you found out about this other unfolding event, correct?
Correct.
And what did Sergeant Duchesne ask you to do? Sort of what was the first thing you did to assist in this investigation?
Sergeant Duchesne requested that I stay at the station. They had an active crime scene, a stabbing scene on Crest Street, and that a female in custody was going to be transported back to the PD, and that I was to coordinate with members of the Crime Scene Services section of the State Police and Massachusetts Crime Lab to process the female and collect her clothing, and then ultimately be part of an interview.
An interview with the suspect?
Yes, Miss Medina.
To be clear, did you yourself ever respond to the crime scene at 18 Crest Street?
I did not.
You, your role was sort of staying at the station and doing things there, sort of off-site of the crime scene, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And did that include coordinating with crime scene technicians that came to the Lawrence Police Department?
Yes.
Okay. I want to jump ahead and ask you, Detective, during the course of this, or did any 911 calls come in reporting what had happened on 18 Crest Street?
Yes.
Did you review any, did you look to see if there were any and review the 911 calls from this incident?
I did. At some point between when Ms. Medina arrived at the PD, when there was some time, I went to dispatch and I listened to 2 911 calls.
And why did you do that? Is that something you normally do on investigations?
I do. Whenever possible, I try to listen to any calls that came in to see if it may or may not assist with any part of the investigation.
And you reviewed calls in this case, correct?
I did.
How many 911 calls were placed for this incident?
2.
Who placed those 911 calls?
Lucy Medina.
That night when you were at the station, did you listen to those phone calls?
I did.
Okay. This morning or this afternoon when we met, did I show you a USB drive that had a couple audio files on it?
Yes.
And did were those audio files appear to be consistent with the 911 calls that you reviewed in this investigation?
Yes.
Thank you. Has the USB been marked? Okay. Could we mark maybe the slip and I can keep the USB drive in there?
It's been pre-marked as Exhibit 1. I'll mark it whenever you're done with it.
Thank you so much. All right, so I've inserted a USB drive into the computer. Detective, there are 2 audio files with a bunch of numbers and letters, correct?
Yes.
And those files are the 911 calls, correct?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Your Honor, with the court's permission, I would publish labeled calls.
That's fine.
Thank you. And for the record, I'm opening up the file, the first one, the end is 0260 WE.
Sounds off.
It still worked, yeah, sorry, thank you. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, what's the address of your emergency? Okay, what's the address of your emergency, ma'am? Hello, ma'am? Ma'am, where's your emergency?
Párate, ven, tú puedes pararte, Luis, párate.
Señora, ¿dónde es su emergencia, señora?
Ay, por favor.
¿Qué?
Dios, bajar el pay, por favor, manden una ambulancia rápida.
Ok, la ambulancia, entiendo, señora, necesito una ambulancia. Señora, la ambulancia. Señora, para enviar la ambulancia necesito la dirección. Señora.
Just confirming, that's Spanish, isn't it? Senora is Spanish, I believe.
Ay, Luis, por Dios, por Dios, por Dios. Ay, Luis, por favor, perdón. Ay, Luis, por Dios.
Señora.
Ay, Luis, por favor, Luis.
Señora.
Por Dios, párate. Párate.
Sí, está llorando.
Párate, por favor. Ay, Dios mío, por Dios, ¿qué fue lo que pasó?
Señora.
Párate, ya.
Señora, confirme la dirección, por favor.
¡Rápido! ¡Manden una ambulancia, por Dios!
Vamos a enviar la ambulancia, señora. Verifique la dirección, por favor. ¿Cuál es la dirección, señora?
¡Ay, José! ¡Oh, Dios! ¡Luis! ¡No!
Señora. Señora. ¿Cuál es la dirección?
¡No! ¡Luis! 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 ¡No!
Amén.
¡No! ¡Luis! 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 ¡Luis!
Amos, address emergency. Hey, Speedy, how are you? Hi. We got an erratic caller. She keeps on calling somebody else's name. She's asking for an ambulance, but we are not able to confirm. We have not been able to confirm the address. She hasn't really been talking with us. Okay. I'm trying to get her attention, but she's not responding. Is it Crest Street by any chance? I got her hitting at Crest Street, but I have 65 meters. All right. So, hello, señora. All right. Just send the police 18. ¿Cuál es la dirección, señora? Okay, we have the police on the phone right now. Okay. She just confirmed 18 Crest. 18 Crest. ¿Qué piso, señora? ¿Qué piso, señora?
Lawrence Police?
Yes.
Just to let you know that the fire and EMS are there, and they're looking in the window, and that's all they see is blood everywhere.
There's blood everywhere?
Yep. But they can't get in. They don't know what's going on.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be heading over there.
Okay. All right, very good. We have EMS and fire on scene.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Detective, is that first clip from Exhibit 1 that we just listened to one of the 911 calls that was placed by Lucy Medina on July 17th, 2020?
Yes.
And if you know, there were two individuals, sounded like dispatchers talking back and forth. Do you know what that was about? Is that just sharing information?
Correct.
You want to play the second clip?
My love. Everybody was bad.
Okay, ma'am.
Oh my God.
Is there a floor or apartment?
My husband is dying, please.
Okay, it looks like males. She said her husband died. Okay, ma'am. Just stay on the line. I'm connected to the ambulance. Ma'am, stay on the line. It's 18 Crest. Is there a floor or apartment?
Luis,
Ambulance address emergency.
Hey, it's Lawrence Police. You have
Hi.
someone going to 18 Crest, right?
They're already there.
They're already there? Alright, she
Yeah, they
stated that
just
her
can't get
husband's
in.
dying.
Okay, they can't get in though.
They can't get in? Hey, they can't make entry.
That's why they, the fight is there too, and they can't get in to, so that's why we called
Alright.
you
Let me
guys to
just,
go over there.
yeah, it's already been put up. We have an
Yeah, no,
officer.
Yeah, I got you. See, this, I guess there's blood.
To make
blood
entry.
in there?
Alright. Alright, I'm not getting nothing from her. We have officer on our way.
Okay. All right, everyone's on our ALS has started as well.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay on the line with her.
What's up?
I'm gonna stay on the line.
Oh, yeah, okay. You're gonna stay on. Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Hello? Hello? Hello, señora. Señora. ¿Me puede escuchar? Hello, señora. Hello? Hello, señora. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Husband in the basement is winning a lot.
Hello, señora. Yeah, they're already out there, and fire department's already outside. Do you want me to stay on the line with her? Because she's not even... Okay.
He's conscious. He looks like he's gonna pass out after EMS in the house right now.
Detective, the second audio file that we listened to from Exhibit 1, does that appear to be an additional recording of a 911 call placed by Lucy Medina on July 18, 2020?
Yes.
Eventually, Mrs. Medina was placed under arrest, correct?
That's correct.
And were you still present at the station when she was she brought back to the Lawrence Police Station?
Yes, she was.
And were you present when she was brought back?
I was.
When she was brought into the station, where was she sort of brought to? What was there an area that she was brought to?
She was transported by a cruiser by Officer Nova. He pulled into the Sally Port and brought her into the pre-booking area, which we commonly refer to as the pink room, due to its color.
And when you say pre-booking, what does that mean?
It's a holding area where detainees will be placed prior to booking.
And did you observe Mrs. Medina when she was in the pre-booking room?
I did.
Could you just describe physically what did she look like?
She was covered in blood. She appeared distraught. But most notably, she had a great deal of blood on her.
She was very upset, right?
Yes.
Okay. You stated earlier that you one of your responsibilities was coordinating with crime scene individuals that were responding to the scene and to the station, correct?
Correct.
And
did individuals from the State Police Crime Lab arrive to the Lawrence Police Department?
Yes, at different times. The first was Marty Coniff. He's a trooper assigned to the Crime Scene Services section. He arrived first. He photographed Miss Medina in that pre-booking area.
And did he photograph her clothing?
Yes. Prior to his arrival, I had obtained a number of paper evidence bags and had her clothing removed and placed in separate bags by Detective Rivera.
Why did you have her clothing removed?
As evidence.
And obviously she was provided with something else to wear, correct?
Yes, I believe initially was some form of hospital gown, but later a full Tyvek suit.
And Trooper Cuniff, he's the one who took pictures, correct?
He did.
Were you present when he was taking the photographs?
Yes.
Obviously, we just discussed he took pictures of Miss Medina's whole body, correct?
Correct.
And did he take pictures of specific parts of her body, like her arms and her legs?
Yes.
How was it determined what to take pictures of, or what parts of her body to take pictures of?
From her own words of where she might have had some bruising on her body and face.
And she pointed that out to you and other officers, correct?
Correct.
And did Trooper Cuniff take photographs of the injuries that she pointed out on her body?
Yes.
Okay.
May I have probably exhibit 2 to 24? Oh, thank you.
Can I see counsel for a second?
Red Solo cups, shop and stop bag, Josie. We're hearing all the phrases from the other trial, obviously. She's a straw. It would be interesting. Are all the jurors going to be... I mean, let's be honest though, that recording, I think we all know what she was saying in that recording. So I don't think there's anything to translate in it. I think her reaction is enough, I think, for the jury there. Well, Patricia was saying that this county is worse than Norfolk County, so who knows what they would do here. Right, come on.
Whenever you're ready, Attorney Burke.
Thank you.
Can I accept the court's invitation now?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Detective. So we were just discussing Trooper Cuniff took some photographs of Mrs. Medina's body, right?
Correct.
I am, and Your Honor, may I publish these with the
You may.
overhead? Thank you. I am publishing Exhibit 2. Detective, not a great quality photo, but that's at least does this photograph fairly accurately depict what she was wearing after her clothing was collected?
Correct.
And obviously, that's what her face and her hair looked like, correct?
Yes.
Publishing Exhibit 3. Those appear to be Mrs. Medina's hands.
Yes.
Exhibit 4, does that appear to be Mrs. Medina's face?
Yes.
Does that accurately depict what she looked like?
Yes.
Exhibit 5 shows a side profile, correct?
Correct.
Again, does that appear consistent with what she looked like?
Yes.
I'm skipping forward to Exhibit 8. Appears that her mouth is open, correct?
Correct.
Was that because Trooper Cuniff or you wanted to get a picture of the inside of her mouth, if you remember?
Yes. Both.
Exhibit 9. What are we looking at in Exhibit 9?
That is Lucy Medina's T-shirt.
And obviously that was after it was taken off of her body. Right?
Correct.
And does that appear to be what the T-shirt looked like when it was taken off of her?
Yes.
Exhibit 10, that's the back of the same T-shirt, correct?
Correct.
Exhibit 12, what are we looking at in Exhibit 12?
Mrs. Medina's pants.
Those are the pants she was wearing?
Yes.
Exhibit 13, that appeared to be Miss Medina's bra.
Yes, it does.
And I think you already stated this, but these items, the clothing items, were those collected
Yes, they were.
for evidence, correct?
Correct.
Exhibit 14, that appeared to be Mrs. Medina's hand,
Yes.
the top of her hand.
Yes.
Exhibit 17, she pushing up her lip. Do you know why she's doing that?
She complained of pain in that area.
And when she complained of pain, Trooper kind of took a picture of where she was talking about.
Yes.
Exhibit 18, this is Medina's calves and her feet, correct?
Correct.
Exhibit 20, that Mrs. Medina's back.
Yes.
Do you remember when a picture was taken of her back? Was that you or Trooper Cuniff's decision, or did she point that out as an injury? If you remember.
I don't recall.
That's Exhibit 21, that appears to be probably her left arm, right?
Yes.
Exhibit 22 appears to be her right arm, correct?
Correct.
And there appear to be bruises, right?
Yes.
Exhibit 23, is that sort of her elbow and part of her forearm?
Yes.
And lastly, Exhibit 24, is that her other arm?
Yes.
All right. other than Trooper Cuniff, other members of the lab responded, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember if they did any testing on Mrs. Medina?
They did.
Okay, do you remember what they did?
I believe they swabbed her hands and maybe other parts of her body.
Were you present for a recorded interview between Mrs. Medina, yourself, and at the time Trooper Ulrich?
Yes.
Where did that interview take place?
There's a audio and video recorded interview room on the second floor of the Lawrence Police Department, and that's where the interview took place.
Was that, if you remember, was that after the photographs we just looked at were taken, or before?
Afterwards.
Okay. And during that interview, would you say that you kind of took the lead and asked the questions, or did Trooper Ulrich take the lead and ask the questions?
Trooper Ulrich led the questioning, and I chimed in from time to time.
And not getting into the substance, but she was upset throughout that interview, correct?
Yes, she was.
Okay. And she was very distraught about about Mr. Medina's injuries, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so for whatever reason, they're not showing us everything, which, surprise, surprise, this is why I hate this. So, just for us all. So, after the opening statements, we had day one, we had Maria Sanchez, who was a neighbor. Sanchez lived above the Medinas and testified through an interpreter. Sanchez said she did not hear the Medinas fighting or arguing and did not observe the incident on July 17th. When the police arrived on July 17th, Lucy was in disarray, bloody, and was crying hysterically. Oh crap, what have I just done? Hang on. Hang on. I pressed the wrong button, I think. So we just watched that. But there wasn't any cross, but we do have cross. So the Sergeant William, whatever, the jury heard the defendant's hysterical 911 call. The jury saw photos. We've seen all that. On cross, Hank Brennan questioned the sergeant by asking repeatedly on whether he knew how the defendant got each of her injuries that was photographed. The sergeant repeatedly said that Lucy told him she thought she had been punched a couple of times. The sergeant said he did not know about the claim that Louise, the husband, told a trauma doctor at the hospital that he had slit his own throat. So this is what the lead. He can't be the lead investigator, but he's one of the first on scene. He also did not know about the letter Louise his attorney sent to the court or about statements made by Lucy's friends about the abuse she suffered in her marriage. Oh my days. Oh my days. There you go. So, not much investigation then. They just, bang, guilty. Right. So there's that. So that is just to cover that bit. There are some other bits that I will go into as well that we've missed. Let's have a look here. 2 seconds. So she is out on bail, just so you know, as in she's out. She's not in jail or anything. Hang on, I'm just trying to look. Okay. Right. I'll put this. So during this day, apparently this is what happened yesterday, day 2. So in day 2, what happened was that Francis Nova, former Lawrence Police Department patrolman, he was dispatched to the Medina home after a 911 call. I got one more video to play, by the way. So her husband did live, yes, and he said that he did it to himself, and he will not testify against his wife, obviously, because he can't. Jurors saw photos showing a trail of blood leading from the patio to the basement door. A grill was knocked over and the patio was in disarray. The judge had to call a brief recess after the defendant's crying caused a disruption. I'm not blaming her for crying. Photos showed Lucy covered in blood. Lucy was taken into custody and brought to the police department. During transport, she was distraught and crying in the back seat. No shit, Sherlock. Josh Dushame, Detective Sergeant Lawrence Police Department, who was retired, responded to the Medina home after the 911 call, saw Lucy sitting on a small wall in the backyard, covered from head to toe in blood. He described Lucy as upset and crying. Photos show bottles of alcohol on the patio. Photos shown to the jury showed a kitchen knife with a black handle and a long silver blade. On cross, Dushame said insufficient fingerprints were found on the knife for a match to anyone. What the fuck? Detective Kevin Nikosian, sorry I butchered that, responded to the hospital to speak to Lucy Medina, but he was unable to speak because of medical equipment in his throat. Spoke to Maria Sanchez, but was unable to find other witnesses to speak to. Brian Cunningham, Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab Supervisor, DNA Unit, responded to the Medina home as a crime scene analyst. He took swabs of a red-brown stains, later responded to the police department where he was asked to examine Lucy. He noted she was covered with red-brown stains on her hands, arms, face and legs and had injuries to her hands, face and forearms. The jury saw the defendant's police interview. So, okay, this is her police interview. What are we doing here? Why are we here right now? Right, let me get the police interview. Up and down. I mean, is all these trials a joke lately? They just keep prosecuting in all states. It's not a Massachusetts thing. This is a universal thing, by the way. So before anyone says this is a Massachusetts thing, no, this is a worldwide problem. And we've just seen one case in Florida and another case in Texas that are... I won't go there. Right, here we go. Let me display it.
Was that, can we just mark that for when we're done, we'll mark that for identification?
Should it be admitted as the next one?
I think it should be admitted as the next exhibit.
So it could be exhibit 79.
Great. Okay.
You graduate college? High school? How's your English?
Good.
What's that? You're nodding yes?
Good, yeah.
It's good, okay. Do you work?
Yeah.
What do you do for work?
I used to work for the Social Security office
Oh, really? In Salem? Or here in Lawrence?
in Lawrence.
Okay. What was your job there?
Dispatch?
Excellent. Do you have any history of mental health and illness diagnosed? Did any police threaten you today?
No,
Police treated you well? Did they promise you anything?
no.
Okay.
Is he okay?
I don't know yet if he's gonna be okay. Last I heard, he's still alive, and I hope he will be. He's in good hands there. Lucy, I'm gonna read what your rights are, and I'd like to talk to you for a little bit, so I can understand what happened.
I just people know that it's
They're working on it. I don't know right now. Hopefully they're gonna have a report for us.
right now, I'm going to tell you something. If something happens to him, I will not be okay. I'd rather be dead.
I'm so sorry you're
No,
not.
I can't. I did do something I just in my life.
Let me tell you, go over this with you, and then I'd like to talk to you some more.
I don't need to know. I just want to be okay. I just want you to be okay because I can't be with myself, or my family, or his family, and my kids.
Well, let's hope he's gonna be okay. But right now, you do me a favor right now? Can you just stay in control right now, just so we can talk to you? And then afterward, I know if you're upset, and I would be too. I understand. All right? So Lucy, before we ask any questions, we must understand your rights. Do you understand that? Lucy, do you understand that? Yes? You're nodding your head yes. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that? You better speak. Okay, thank you. Anything you say can be used against you in court. Do you understand that? You understand that, huh?
Yeah, I do.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and I have them with you during questioning. Do you understand that? You understand that? You're nodding your head yes. All right. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before questioning you. Do you understand that, Lucy? You're nodding yes. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you still have the right to stop questioning at any time. Do you understand that, Lucy? You're nodding yes. Do you understand everything I read to you just now? Okay. Is it okay if we talk? Will you do me a favor and just sign that you understand your right to you right here? No, right here. You under the influence of any drugs or medications today?
Just alcohol over drinking.
How much alcohol did you have tonight?
I don't know.
Take a guess.
I got off work at 3:30.
Okay. You seem pretty good now to me. You don't smell. Do you understand where you are and what's going on? Can you tell me about how many drinks you had? Were you drinking beer?
Beer and shots of tequila.
Beer and tequila? And how many beers do you think you had? Now, take a guess. Give me an estimate.
You drink any more than you normally would on a Friday night or a Saturday night? Or is this more than normal, or is it just a couple drinks?
No more than normal.
Yeah. Well, how many do you think you had? Do you have more than 2? Do you have more than 3? Do you have more than 4 beers? Do you have more than 5? Do you have more than 5 beers? Do you have 6? Okay.
I don't know, I got off work,
Yeah.
got me out, so we were going to cook outside,
Mhm.
and then we did.
You're gonna cook, what are we gonna make?
He made me, he was cooking,
When you're talking about he, you're talking about who?
we ate,
Yeah,
and then we got into an argument.
you and Luis? What was the argument over?
About kids.
Tell me about that.
Just regular things about kids. Honest to God, I don't even know how those things escalated us,
You got an argument over your kids?
our kids.
You have kids together.
We have one daughter together.
How old is she?
When
Does she live with you?
it's, well, she does, but she stays more with my mom,
With their mom?
with my mom.
With your mom? Okay. Was she there tonight? Was there another young woman there tonight? No? Just the two of you? All right, so you're over 20 years. How long you guys been together? How long you been married?
Been together for 25 years.
When did you get married?
Got married in 2001, but we were together before then.
You've been together 25 years? Married in 2001? Where'd you meet?
We met through my cousin, and my cousin introduced me.
I'm sorry?
We met through my cousin.
Oh, through your cousin. Where?
You know,
In Lawrence? Okay. What does Luis do for work?
it's an electrician.
I'm sorry? I'm not the best hearing you.
Electrician?
He's an electrician? Oh, okay. Has either of you been married before other than each other?
Had a kid before me and I had a kid before him.
You had a kid out before you met him? How old? Your child from before?
Mine is 29.
Is it a boy or girl?
It's a boy.
Okay. And does he also?
Yeah,
And how old is his child?
31.
Is that a boy or girl?
He's a boy.
All right. Does either of those kids live with you? No, just the two of you in that house? All right. Have you ever been arrested before? How about Luis? Of course.
It's real okay.
I hope so. I'd tell you if he was dead, and I'm hoping he lived. I don't know how you.
If he dies, you might as well shoot me right now because I can't live with him. We never live with him.
Let's hope for the best.
I don't be dead than on from my daughter or family or my mom.
So why did you stab him?
Because he beat me.
He cheated on you?
He hit me so many times.
He hit you? Tell me about that. So what happened?
We were arguing
Okay.
about him comparing my kids to his.
Oh, okay.
And I got very offensive about that because I think that I had his are no different than his kid behaves.
Okay. And then what happened?
Next thing I know is that honest to God, the next thing I remember is him hitting me, like punching me. And then we had a candle on the table, and I threw the candle to defend myself. And he kept hitting me. And then I went to the kitchen and I grabbed a knife. Like, oh my God.
Where did he hit you?
I don't know, please. I don't know.
Do you have any injuries somewhere he hit you?
No, I think he hit me in my face and my back. I don't know. And the next thing I remember was me saying, no, I'm not doing it.
What happened?
That's what I don't know. I just had to walk away and go upstairs and just let it be. Let it be. Just forget about it. Doesn't matter. Whatever you say is fine. Just let it be. I can't believe that this is happening. I can't believe this is happening. For the love of God, thank you.
Who hit who first today?
He hit me first.
And how many times do you think he hit you?
He hit me twice. That I know.
Where did he hit you for those 2 times that you remember?
I know he hit me in my face, but I don't remember the second
Was it with a fist or a slap?
Yeah, it was a fist.
Where in the face?
I don't remember.
Well, can I see? Can you show me? Because if there's a mark, I'd like to know.
I don't know.
Is he right-handed or left-handed? Okay.
I know that I have Lucy here and a Lucy, but I don't remember like this time.
Is that from him?
I didn't have any bruise before.
Can you pull this down without revealing anything, just so I can see what those injuries are, those bruises?
My lip is...
Can you show me? Look, is it okay if I take a picture of that?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you show it to me? Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if I have anything. I just feel like it's big. This kind of thing is...
I thought I might have seen a mark. Pull it up
I don't know, I
again.
just feel like it's really big down there.
Uh-huh. Can't tell if it's blood or... Move your finger out of the way, though. Can you hold it in the corners like this, so I can see where the injury might be? Do you have any other injuries you can show me?
Just my fingers, I feel that they are very swollen. I don't know why. Like this finger hurts a lot.
Yeah, do you have a cut on it?
It's really swollen.
How was that swollen? What happened
I
there?
don't know.
You're not sure? Do you say you have bruises on your shoulders?
They told me that I have a bruise.
They actually
No, they already got it.
photographed.
Oh, they already took pictures
And
of
on
you.
both arms, she had some bruises.
How did those bruises happen? Was it from him or was it something else maybe?
I don't think he had this.
Have you been using any drugs or anything like that? Just drinking? So he hit you in the face and maybe in the body a couple times, and you went in the kitchen during this argument, and you got this knife, and you, where did you stab him? Where did that happen?
I don't know. The next thing I know is that he's bleeding, and I'm calling 911, and I call 911 like a step of
You tried to save him after.
And then they put in canvas, and I grabbed my purse, and I told him, come on, let's go to the hospital.
You stabbed him in the kitchen?
He kept pushing me.
Lucy, we're trying to understand what happened. Do you
I
remember?
don't know what happened.
Do you remember if you stabbed him in the kitchen when you grabbed the knife, or did you run after him, or what happened?
No. See, the only thing I remember is like him trying to stop the bleeding. And then I stopped trying to stop the bleeding too. And then I called 911 and they put in camp. And then I grabbed my purse and I told let's go to the hospital. And then I called 911 again. And I kept telling him, please leave.
Lucy, where was he bleeding from?
He kept from over here. That's where I tried to stop the bleeding too.
It's just the two of you out there, right? Is that right? Lucy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Was there anybody else home in the house? Was anybody else home in the house, Lucy? Shaking your head no. Has he ever hit you in the past? How often does that happen? You guys fight a lot? You sometimes hit him? Does he just hit you, but you don't hit him?
He's going to say that we just have to walk away. We just have to walk away.
Yeah.
Why don't we just walk away?
You never called the police on him before, Lucy? No.
We went to counseling before.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
So
Does that help? Lucy, prior to today, when was the last time that he was physical with you?
that was a while back. It hasn't happened in a while.
When you say a while, how long are we talking? We're talking days, months, years?
I can't remember the last time, but it's been a while.
Can you give me a general idea about how long of a while?
A few years ago.
A few years. Okay.
Was that 3 years?
A few years. And when did you have the counseling?
That was a while back.
Like how many years do you think? A few. Was it before or after the last time he hit you?
No, way before.
Okay. A few years before that?
No, way before that.
A few years before the last time he hit you?
No, more than a few years.
Like 5 years? 10 years?
Probably 10 years, or maybe 6, 7 years ago.
So you had counseling 6 or 7 years ago?
Wow.
All right. Do you guys drink a lot? All the time?
We didn't used to drink that much, but now with all this that's going on, we've been drinking like every weekend.
When you say all this going on, you're talking about COVID-19, just being stuck in the house and stuff?
Yeah.
Is there anything we should know about this that you can tell us that maybe we didn't ask? So just, I'm going to summarize, you tell me if I got it right. So you and Luis have been together for 25 years, and you have a 20-year-old daughter in common. She lives with his mom, mostly, with your mom mostly. And you guys live together and you're married. And I guess today, after work, you got home from work around 3:30. You had 6 beers or more, plus some tequila, no drugs. And you guys got in an argument over comparing your kids. And then during the argument, Luis started hitting you and punching you at least twice in the face and maybe your body, but you're not sure. And at one point you ran into the kitchen and you got a knife and you stabbed him, and then you felt bad about it. You called 911 and tried to help him stop the bleeding, right? And then you tried to help him out of the house to go to the hospital. No one else was home at the time, it was just the two of you. And since this COVID started in March, you guys have been drinking a lot on the weekends. Is that what you told me? Is that accurate? Yeah, did I get that right? Okay. Can you tell me how many times when you stabbed him, were you in front of him or were you come up behind him? How did that work? You're right-handed, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think I was behind him.
Where did you stab him?
The next thing I remember is that him trying to stop the bleeding around here.
He was trying to stop it. So you
And
got
that's
him.
where I tried to stop the bleeding too.
Yes.
Saying anything to you?
No,
After that happened?
no. He was just, I was just trying to get him out when he went, oh my God.
Where did you put the knife after this happened?
No, I don't know.
Did it happen inside or outside?
It happened outside because then he ran inside, then I ran after him. And then I called 911.
Lucy, can I ask you something? When you went to grab the knife, was he still outside? Okay. And then you went back outside?
He was trying, I was just trying to, you're not going to,
What?
just trying to say, no, you're not going to hit me.
You're not going to kill me?
You're not going to hit me.
You're not gonna
gonna
hit-
me. No, you can't hit me anymore.
You were telling him this.
I'm sure I just walked away, and just let it be, just let it be, just let it be.
How much did Luis have to drink tonight? Was he drunk?
No, I don't think so.
Did he drink as much as you or less?
No, he had a couple of drinks before he got the beers and the tequila, but he wasn't drunk. I don't think he was drunk yet.
Were you drunk?
I don't think he was drunk yet. I don't know.
What? You were there, I wasn't. Do you think you were drunk or just buzzed, or how do you think you were?
Just,
You were just
I
buzzed?
think I was, unless I've been drunk because I've never done something like that. Anyway,
How do you feel right now? You feel,
I feel like I wanna die.
I mean emotionally, but do you feel like you're not drunk now or do you feel drunk now?
I feel drunk.
Do you think you're drunk right now?
But if you tell me right now,
Yep.
I'd rather someone shoot me right in the head.
I'm sorry.
I'd rather be dead.
You're not gonna kill yourself on me, are you?
No. But I'd rather be dead.
Do you remember if you were sitting down when this happened? Or what he was doing when you came back from the kitchen with the knife and went outside?
What did the knife look like? You don't remember?
Is we okay?
The last I checked, he was still alive. I don't know how it's going. We'll have to make another call in a little while. You know, it's very serious. I mean, it's possible that he'll die from this. I don't know.
my God.
We have to hope that he doesn't. We hope that they save him. Okay?
Lucy, do you remember if you got the knife out of the sink, or out of the drawer, or out of the block? You remember? If it was out of the sink drawer or something? Lucy?
Do you remember how many times he stabbed him?
I don't know.
Was it more than once?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't think Lord.
I'm gonna walk you downstairs. Is there anything else we should have asked that didn't, that you want to tell us about this?
I just want to be okay. I don't know anything else.
All right. I hope he is. 2341.
God, this is
Almost 6.
So 11:42 p.m. we concluded the interview.
Okay, that's the end of that one. No, I agree. Every trial should be public, but I think that some stuff that's happened, high profile, the criticism of judges and stuff from the public, I think will mean that we get less and less trials, and also mean we probably get this style, I think, of because the thing is, we don't get to see everything. So we've missed like 3-4 testimonies before now. Let me do this then. Display. So that was a video we just watched. And then the EMT, Lawrence General Hospital, his name is Jesus Melendez. He was dispatched to the Medina home after the 911 call. Saw Lucy screaming, covered in blood. Louis was lying face down on the ground with lots of blood around him. He was breathing, but his eyes were closed and he wasn't able to talk. Luis was placed on a stretcher and taken out of the home and placed into the ambulance. In the ambulance, they were able to determine the source of the blood was a cut on the left side of his neck. Mendez described it as a puncture wound. So that is everything from yesterday. Obviously their notes from Court TV, that is. So let me just check. That is no. For now, that's all we got there. No other testimony. That's everything there. Right, let me go before we do shoot off today. Let me play you this because I know some of you will be interested in it. This is Sugar and Spice and All Things Nice. This is Shana Gardner. She had a hearing today. No spoilers in the chat. because I know some of you probably watched this already. Let me play this then. Shh. Before I do Shauna Garner, let me just double check there's no other ones. No, there's not. Shauna. But yeah, with the mass one, we will come back to that next week when I get a few more videos. Because I don't want to be like going live playing one video, like 20-minute video every day and stuff. So, right, here we go. Oops. Okay, here we go. Let me boost it before I put it on screen for you all. Where's the screen? Here we go. Let me meet myself. Dave says, Dylan, rumour has it AJ Brown might be going to the Pats to fill. I mean, that's the rumour, yeah. I mean, that rumour's been there for months, Dave, because of Vrabel. No, basically, no one knows anything. Unless it comes from Schefter or Rappaport, I do not believe anything anyone says. But that rumour, Dave, the same rumour that you told me that Malik Willis had gone to the Arizona Cardinals, which was untrue. He might end up there. Same with that one, Dave. AJ Brown is the favourite to go to, but they want a first rounder and a second rounder for him. I'm like, I wouldn't give that much. However, we do have the 31st pick. Bex, he always ignores us. Sorry, what did I ignore? Is this? Yes, on. Jesus in Lawrence. Dave, nobody cares about football. I care about football. Hello, Chris. How are you doing, Chris? Nice to see you, Chris. I hope we are all jealous of Chris because Chris is Rhonda's husband, because of all the cookies that Rhonda keeps tantalising us with. They look gorgeous. There he is, Mr. Fernandez there. Why am I ignoring Bex and everybody, Lady Di? I was hoping you'd play it. I didn't watch it. There you go. Except Dave, he picks favourites. I do have favourites, I do have favourites. Fronda's one of my favourites, for sure. I mean, Bex and Lady Di, you are well down on my favourite group, you know, so... I like to tease. Tease me. So, we'll watch this. It's about 20 minutes long. I could hear something there, but not much. You guys need to get a life if you don't like football, I know. I love football, and that's what I'll be doing after I finish streaming here now. How many people do we have in here? Not that many. That's fine. Another CG. I do like another CG because they come in and they fuck off, and then they come back in and they fuck off. They don't give me another CG. Do not give me any grief. So I like people that don't give me any grief. Bex gives me grief. Lady Di gives me grief. Yeah, Mark. The Eagles want a first rounder, second rounder, and maybe a little bit more as well. They want the big deal, and I wouldn't give that much for AJ Brown. To be quite honest with you, I'd give a second round, but I wouldn't give a. I think, yeah, he is really good, but I don't think he's worth a load of trade picks. Football's too slow for me. See, Spacey Stacey likes it quick, fast and quick. Spacey Stacey likes to be done in 2 to 3 minutes. A bit of fun for 2-3 minutes and she's happy. 2 dumb rules. Your life would be dull without me. There you go, Bex. Yes, I prefer DJ More for Less. You're right. Here we go. Shanna's in as well.
Good morning.
Oh shit, it's very low, isn't it?
Yes.
She did say prefers balls. Let me let me do this then. Hang on. Let me try and boost the volume on my end to see if that works.
Yes.
Okay, this sidebar. Oh.
Out. Could I see some representatives from the media outlets, please?
Can you hear that? What's going on now? Can we see some representatives from the media outlets, please? Look at all these nosy bitches going up. Yeah, yeah. I'm going up as well, Judge. I want to be on TV, Judge. Look at him in the back with the red or whatever, orange. Oh, and she's coming. Look, there only needs to be one, but they're all nosy bitches. We would all be bored by that. Thank you, Rhonda. The World Baseball League starts us tomorrow with the America versus Brazil. I don't watch baseball. Right, let's zoom in a little bit more. Fernando's cut his hair. Oh, the representatives, the nosy bitches, have gone to the back again. They've had their 30 seconds of fame and they've gone back. Talk about nosy bitches. I'll give you all a task. If you're bored after this. 3 people know. The rest don't know. So if you are into sport, so Dave, if you're into sport, try and see if you can find my second channel. I actually have a sports channel on YouTube as well. So Dave, and anyone interested in sport, go and have a look to see if you can find it. I've been making content there for the last week or so. I'm not doing any lives or anything, but there are videos on there. So Dave, see if you can find it, because you've got all the time in the world. But let's see who are the detectives out there, to see if there's any detectives that can find the second channel. The only hint I give you is that it is a sports channel, mainly football, to be fair. Oh, the attorneys have gone back. Are there attorneys for Fernando? Josie knows. Sarah P knows. Sarah P, I posted about 50 videos, Sarah P. Literally about 50 videos so far. Well, about 30 to 40 videos for sure. And there's one other person that knows, and that's it. Hey, Hack, how are you? I do post like crazy, Josie. Oh, he's not speaking in front of a mic, that's why. We're in Florida somewhere, Rhonda. I don't know where.
So we're off the record for a moment. I was giving the media an opportunity to contact their counsel if they wanted. Do you still need a moment, or can we start the proceedings? Start? Okay. All right. Let me see the lawyers one more time.
Fucking hell, lawyers again. Okay. Hang on. What's going on? Why is it gone black for? I don't know why. The volume is very low as well. Mark's found it. Well done, Marky. You better subscribe. Oh, a few people have subscribed. Was that you, Mark? Thank you, buddy. I'll post a link now. We're only watching this, Jugs, and then we're done. Why is there no volume in the fucking court, then? There's no volume in the court. What the frig? I'm going to have to go and try and find another link, aren't I? Yeah, it's not hard, was it, Marky? These lazy bitches. I got it, RP, I've done it. Thank you, though. It was easy, wasn't it? I don't understand. Right, hang on. I need to go and see if I can see another one, because I can't. There's nothing on this one. There's nothing on it. Right, bear with me as I see if there is anything else on for it. Thank you, everyone. It's not going to be. I will say. Hang on. Let me just say. I'll say something in a second. Nope. That's it. There's nothing on it. So we had the Shanna Gardner one without any. Without any. What do you call it? Audio. So that's not good, is it? So yeah, I have posted a link in there, but honestly, do not worry about subscribing. Unless you like football, don't bother. I mean, in the sense you don't need to put your algorithm out. We're just talking about, I was just talking about my football stuff. But as I say, do not subscribe unless you are going to watch it. I don't plan on doing any lives, pretty much. I'm trying to keep them separate, basically. I'm trying to keep... Because this channel's gone. It sucks because the algorithm's gone. It's gone on this channel. That channel is just going to be football and sport. If I ever do a live and I see Dave start talking about some trial, about Ohio trials and stuff, I will be ignoring him. I will not be saying anything to him. So yeah. So that's why I didn't say anything. I wanted to keep. I still want to keep it separate. So does rubbish for their hair. So I don't know what happens here. I really don't know what happens with Shanna Gardner. They just went mute, which makes no sense. Well, at least 9 of you have subscribed, so thank you to the 9 of you that have subscribed. I was on 16 this morning, so 9 of you have subscribed. Thank you very much. As I say, do not expect any of you to watch anything or do anything with it. Don't mess up your algorithms with it. But I know like Dave is interested in it, so Dave will be there. Dave, you've got enough content there to last you all day today, so you can just enjoy all of them, like them all, and you'll be fine. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with everything. Thank you, Erin. So, Lucy Medina, just to give you what happens, Josie, and everyone else. Lucy Medina is another trial that, thank you, Lady Di, that won't let us live stream. Thank you very much, Rhonda. I don't have an algorithm. I do. That's a problem, Marilyn. So that's because this channel's fucked. People can't find me. But so they're not showing the trial live. I do think this is going to be a habit in courts now. We've seen it done in Florida with the trial Rashad Jones. We've seen it in this trial now. The judges are not allowing live streaming. They're only allowing clips to go out. So I was just playing clips. So the next time I cover it, hopefully we have a lot more clips to play and to show it. But that's it, essentially. They're going to day 3 today of trial. Obviously, if you've not seen anything, Hank Brennan is the defense attorney, so you can watch that. So yeah, there's that. In terms of tomorrow, I know Sharon Moore is on tomorrow, so I will probably, I'll just give you now, I'll probably be streaming it on my other channel, if it is live, because I want to keep Sharon Moore on that channel, not this channel. But it's going to be different in the sense of if it's on, I'm not going to be on screen and stuff like that, chatting and stuff like that. As I say, I'm not turning that channel into a trial channel. I just want it to be sports. I think Sharon Moore is going to be sport related for that. So you're more welcome to join, but as I say, it's not going to be the same as possibly what it is here. So just to give you pre-warning on that. So, but yeah. So there you go. That's all I have. As I say, if Sharon is on tomorrow, I'll be on the other channel. But as I say, it'll just be recorded, not actually on there and stuff. So anyway, there you go. Thank you, everybody. If I don't see you, I shall see you on Monday, probably, or Tuesday. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So I'm keeping this channel, Jugs. This channel is all the trials. So I should explain that as well. This channel is still existing. And I love you and adore most of you. Not all of you. I do love and adore most of you. So I'll be streaming a lot of days on this channel. Same. My other channel is just going to be about sport. So it's not going to be enjoyable for everybody. It's just so you know. That's why I've separated them. Because I really want that channel to succeed in the sport algorithm. So yeah. So I'm still keeping this channel. We're still going with this channel. I'm still doing trials on this channel. It's just I don't want to do the Sharon Moore one on the other channel purely because it is football related. And it might draw some people in to the football content. So that's all. And also there's no trials being on. Otherwise I would have put a trial on, obviously, you know. So Diggs is just re-signed by the Vikings. I'm joking. I just want to say that because Erin Hack said that in the chat. So anyway, as I say, I'll probably all see you on Monday, Tuesday of next week. And yeah, I don't think anyone wants Diggs at the minute until his court case is done, Erin. I think that's a part of the reason he was booted out of the Pats Nation. So thank you, everybody. And have a great day, and tell your husbands about football as well. Tell them to subscribe to the other channel. Thank you, everybody, and thank you to Detective Mark for finding the channel.